Good morning, right? I just wanted to hop on this morning again, right? Because we do the early morning sip and chat, which comes on about 4:15. But there was something that was sitting on me that I wanted to share. I wanted to share about forgiveness. I think people believe that when you forgive, hey Sandra, I think people believe that when you forgive, that you're supposed to forget. That's not what forgiveness is, and I know that's not what forgiveness means to me. And also, when you know that you have actually forgiven someone is when that same person or that same situation or something occurs and you don't have that same reaction you had when you were hurt, was wronged, or when something happened. Just know that forgiveness is letting go so you can free yourself. And I know a lot of people are like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because I hear people say that, like, what do you mean free myself? When you're holding on to something and somebody has wronged you, they have bothered you, they have hurt you, or they have done something and they don't even know they've done it to you. You'd be surprised of the amount of anger or unforgiveness that happens that you have towards someone who has no idea that they have hurt you or that they have wronged you. As crazy as it sounds, right? As crazy as that sounds, that is so true. That is absolutely true. I could have, said something to you. I could have, hurt your feelings. I could have bought the last item in the store of something that you really wanted and now you pissed off. I may have cut you off because we're driving and I don't even realize that I've cut you off, right? But with all that being said, you get pissed off or you get angry, you get mad at people. And then you're holding on to that for the rest of the day. And if it's something that's happened personally to you, you hold on to that crap for years, not letting go, right? Then when that same person or that same situation or something comes up or appears that's similar, whether it be a smell, a taste, an event, and you're like, oh, here we go again, right? And it gives you this feeling in the pit of your stomach. And you're like, I forgave it, so I'm not worried about it. Well, if you're bothered by it, 9 times out of 10, you really haven't forgiven. What you've done is you've done what we call forgetting. So you forgot about it for the time being. You forgot about it for the moment. You forgot about it because it was no longer there at that time. But that's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is when that person, that situation, or something resurfaces again. And you can be like, oh, okay. All right. And you feel that. You know that you have forgiven that person, that situation, that group of people. Doesn't matter. You have forgiven that. And it's a beautiful thing. It is absolutely a beautiful thing. And it lightens the weight. Something amazing. And when I say lightens the weight, you're not worried anymore. You're not stressed about it anymore. You're not constantly talking about it. You're not constantly bringing it up. You're not always making it a topic of discussion when you're talking to people. You're not. And when someone brings it up, if you've truly forgiven that person, that situation, whatever it is, if you've truly forgiven it, and I'm not saying forget. Don't mince the two, right? Don't mince the two at all. I'm not saying forget because you don't want to forget because why? You don't want to repeat it. But I can forgive you and release myself and know that it's okay because that forgiveness was for me, not for you. You probably could care less. You probably haven't thought twice about how somebody was feeling and how you have wronged or hurt them. That person has gone on about their day, gone on about their life, gone on about whatever is making them happy. And you still sitting in the space and in the place of being angry, mad, and upset for something that don't mean you any good. Something that serves no purpose in your life. Something that is not going to make you any money. Something that's not going to pay your bills. But you're sitting in that space, hurt, mad, upset, and angry. And for what? For what? It's not going to make you feel any better because you have, oh, I forgot about it. I ain't worried about it. I'm not going to deal with it. Okay. You can say, all those good things. You can say all those good things. But in those things, have you forgiven? Have you forgiven? And I'm just asking. It was just on my heart as I make my little coffee run this morning that I just wanted to share that, and I wanted to talk to you. Forgiveness is a major, major thing. When you learn to forgive and let go, I didn't say forget, but learn to let go, you will see amazing things happen in your life. Maybe not immediately, right? Maybe not immediately, but you will see amazing things happen in your life because that stress will be released of being worried, concerned, bothered, and you having all these feelings inside of you, and that person that you having these feelings towards haven't thought twice about it. That's right, Sandra. They are not thinking about you. Go ahead and forgive. And you right. And you don't even get the apology because they don't know that they've wronged you. They don't know that they've hurt you. They don't even realize that you're upset. You're upset and mad all by yourself. You are angry all by yourself. They don't know. They don't know. And then when you tell them, if you decided to do that, they're going to be like, oh, I did? They're not even going to realize what it is that they've done to you or said to you. They're not going to. It's not even going to be. Oh, sorry. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, very well, Miss Keisha. How's it going?
It is going well.
It's a Friday.
What
kind of drink did we need today?
We're going to do a triple shot grande caramel macchiato hot in a venti cup with non-fat milk, upside down, extra hot, extra foam, and the drizzle just on the foam.
Upside down, extra foam, and the drizzle just on the foam. Okay.
Yes.
All right, my dear.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Keisha, you'll see to me at the window.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm making my coffee run this morning. But I'm just saying, just learning how to let go after you're forgiven. So that way you're not holding on to it. It's not bothering you. It's not, taking away from your progress. It's not taking away from what God has in store for you. It's not taking away from what you have for yourself. You're not stunting your growth. You ever heard that before? You're stunting your growth, right? I would hear that as a child. Like the older people would be like, don't be stunting your growth. This and that going to help you stunt your growth. Don't do this. Don't do that. Same thing in life. Forgive so that you don't stunt your growth. So that you don't stop yourself from progressing. You don't stop yourself from growing. You don't stop yourself from evolving. Not forgiving will keep you stagnant. It will keep you in a place of anger. It'll keep you in a place of not showing gratitude. It will keep you in a place of always being on edge. Every time somebody says something, you jumping bad. You got something smart to say. And people are looking at you like, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong? What's going on with you today? And you don't even have a reason. Because you're still holding on to something that don't mean you no good. And I will share this as well. Sometimes we hold on to crap so long. We don't even know we holding on to it. We don't even know what it is. And it takes for something to happen. A smell, a situation, a food, an event, or a person to bring that back to you. And you're like, oh, that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm angry. That's why I'm pissed off. Right? But so much time has passed. And you've lost so much in that. Let it go. Let it go. I promise you, forgiveness and letting it go, not forgetting, because we don't want to repeat it, but forgiveness and letting go is something that you absolutely would want to do. Absolutely. Because you got to live your life for you. You have to put you first. And you're not putting you first if you're sitting there not forgiving. You're not putting you first. Putting you first means getting yourself ready this morning and having a smile on your face just because you can. Putting yourself first means you getting up in the morning and you're like, I want to do my devotional, but I also need to get ready for work. Take a few minutes and do your devotional. There's nothing wrong with that. Take your time for you. Stop being angry. Stop being mad. Stop being upset. Stop blaming people. Stop accusing people. Stop giving people more than what they deserve from you. And what I mean by that is you're giving them energy. And why? Why? You're giving them all that energy. They don't even know they have it. They don't even realize they have that power over you. They have moved on about their life. They're doing their thing, and they haven't thought twice about whatever it is that you're holding on to. They haven't thought anything about what it is that you're holding on to. They have moved on, and you still sitting there mad, upset, and angry. Let it go. Let it go. I'm speaking from experience, not just because I felt like getting on the live.
Good morning, Miss Keisha.
Good morning, my love. How are you?
Good. It's going to be 7:19.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am getting coffee, so thank you for that. That big quick pause. But I'm just saying, just forgiveness is important in your life. Forgiveness is necessary in your life. And I know some people are so angry, right? Their chest is so tight with whatever's been going on in their life. I mean, tight. Like, a closed fist. Nothing can go in and nothing can go out, right? But as you begin to forgive, you have an open hand. You can let things in and you can send things out. But with this fist being so tight, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. Look at this fist. Can't nothing get in and can't nothing get out. Nothing. But if I got an open hand, I can give and I can receive. I'm not really sure who is in this space, but understand forgiveness is a powerful thing, and it's more for you than for the other person. Take the time today, think about the things that you've been going through, and find that forgiveness. Find that forgiveness. And just because you say you forgive doesn't mean you've forgiven. It's going to be some work. Start off by saying it. Start off by saying what you've forgiven, who or what you're forgiven, and learn how to let it go. When it resurfaces and you ain't tight, you just kind of, relax. Yes, please. Good morning, Cherry. You have your hand halfway open. Stuff can still come in and out. You can still live. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great one. Yes, see? Yes. I do visit Starbucks quite a bit. Yes, they know me by name. Not on purpose. I just obviously come too much, right? Outside of that, our topic today, right now, is forgiveness. Just forgiveness. Learn how to do that. And if you're unsure on how to do it, let me tell you how I learned how to do it. I recognize those things that were hurting me, right? And I don't mean like hurting me, like beating me up, like in my spirit and in my chest. And it was exhausting to me. And it was just taking more from me than what I wanted to give, right? And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not going to do that. I've got to figure out how to let that go because I want to be happy. I don't know if you notice, I love to smile. I love to smile. I love to laugh. I love to have a great time. Like, I love it. And I think it's the best feeling in the world. But what hurts that feeling is when you haven't put yourself in a good space. Everybody's been hurt. Everybody has been hurt. If you have been on this earth for any amount of time, you have been hurt. You have been wronged. You have been disappointed. All those things has happened to you. All of that. But do you sit in that space and let it take away? Absolutely not. You make a choice to decide, I'm going to be happy. I want to be happy. And I'm smiling today because I can. I'm smiling today because I want to. I'm smiling today because I love to smile. And I'm going to do it on purpose. I'm going to be intentional about that, as you should. So when those things resurface that may have wronged you, hurt you, disappointed you, take it all in stride. Life lessons. You learn what to do. You learn what not to do. But what you don't do is let it tear you down. What you don't do is let it take you away from you. What you don't do is allow that to put you in a space of unhappiness, unsettledness. And then you're bringing anger and hatred and unsettledness to everybody around you. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants to be happy, I would think. Everybody wants to be happy. You're not going to be happy 24/7. That's unrealistic. But you can be happy the majority of the time. Make that your choice and do that on purpose. I'm telling you, it's necessary. It is so necessary. Life is going to always throw you curveballs. Everybody isn't going to be great. Everybody isn't going to be perfect. Everybody isn't going to be on your team. Everybody isn't going to be on your side. Everybody is not going to root for you. Such is life. And because they don't, is that supposed to tear you down? Is that supposed to change how you feel about the world, about yourself? Let it go. I'm a cusser, right? So I've been trying really hard not to say what I want to say because we are live, right? And I don't want it to be viral and I'm cussing like a sailor because I do cuss. I like to cuss, right? But I've been trying not to cuss because some of it warrants some profanity. But I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not going to do it. But I am going to say, forgive. Whatever the problem, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation may be, whoever the person is, the situation, the job, the manager, the supervisor, the co-worker, your child, your parent, your cousin, your spouse, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're still on this side. You're still breathing. You're still here. That's a blessing in itself, just to still be here. Last 3 years been crazy. It is a blessing to still be here. Let's be grateful. Let's be thankful. And let's learn how to forgive. And start doing that. You will see that things will be so different in your life. And you'll be a lot happier person. One of my favorite sayings is let's have a super fantastic day. Let's have a super fantastic day on purpose. Let's get that. Right? Let's get that. Oh, you gonna say it for me? That's right. I love it. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm glad I alluded to that because that is me. I am a cusser. And that's exactly what I wanted to say. So thank you for that. We do have to let that go. And the small things. Smile and laugh at the small things. I know I do. I mean, I'm in my car sometimes laughing and there's nobody in the car with me, just like I'm doing with you right now today. Driving, going to get my coffee. I'm laughing, I'm talking. People are probably seeing this as I'm driving, but I'm paying attention to the road and you too, right? Because I am being safe, because safety is first. But I just wanted to talk about forgiveness. I think forgiveness is just one of those things that we have to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. We have to. And part of taking care of yourself and being part of your self-care is forgiveness. Forgiveness. I'm telling you, it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. And no, it's not always easy. It is not always easy because sometimes you get so angry, so mad, and so pissed off about what people have done to you, what they have said to you, how they have carried you, how they have taken away from you. How to forgive. It'll be okay. That's right. You laugh when people cut you off and shaking your head and ask God to bless them. Right. Exactly. Because sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, I've done it. I don't know about you. I have gotten over and I've looked and didn't see a car put on my signal and got over and the car is right there on my butt. And I'm like, where you come from? And I'm getting the finger and I'm getting the cussing out. And I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. I promise you I didn't do it on purpose. But they don't know that. They pissed off because they thinking I cut them off. When I don't know I cut them off and they pissed off with me. I'm in my car like, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't even know. But you can't hear me apologize. You don't know what I'm doing. You just thinking I'm just being the mean driver and cutting you off. And that's not what it is. And that's not what I'm doing. The past is gone and the present is set up for the betterment of our tomorrow. My anthem statement. I know that's right. I know that's right. I love it. I love it. We can't change the past. It is. I'm about to cuss again, right? You can't change the past. There's nothing you can do about that. Learn from it. Learn what to do and what not to do. Learn from the past. And move. I'm going to cuss again. And move on. Right? I don't really got into my conversation. And because of that, I'm going to go. Because if I don't, a couple words going to fall out my mouth. And y'all going to be like, wow, you are a cusser. And that I am. But I'm being very respectful here because I just wanted to share about forgiveness. And I hope that this touches someone and someone takes this message and says, you know what? It's that time. I got to let these things go. I want to be happy, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to create happiness for my kids and my kids' kids. I'm not going to hold on to the hurt, and I'm not going to pass this hurt on to my kids and my kids' kids. You don't want that. You want them to be happy and enjoy life like you. You want them to love themselves and love others. My word for this year is love. And everything I do, I want love to be in it. I want love to be in it, in everything that I do. Oh, you know what? Then we're going to have to talk about that. If I got the freedom to say those things and really talk the way I talk, I am with it. We're going to have to get that together. Absolutely. But think about it. Think about forgiveness and do it. Do the work. Do the work. Depending upon your situation and what you're hurting about will determine how much work you have to put in. But put in the work. You will see that you will live life in such a way where gratitude is going to be okay. Love is going to be okay. When people cut you off on the street and you ain't getting pissed off, you be like, you know what? They must be in a rush and we're going to go ahead and let them go. Just get there safely. Right? And I will tell you, years ago, I used to have road rage. Oh, I would be the person on the other side cussing, going in. But I don't do that anymore. I haven't done it like that in a many years, right? Now, I will look at you sideways like, what are you doing? Especially if I know we've caught eye contact and you still cut me off, right? I'm like, what are you doing? But outside of that, I'm just saying, forgive. You have to let go, let God, and forgive. It's going to be all right. It'll be all right. And you will see things happen in your life that you hadn't even planned for because your heart isn't heavy anymore. Your heart is open to love and your heart is open to receive, and you are open to receive. Remember, what can you do with a closed fist? You can't get nothing in and you can't get nothing out. But as soon as I open my hand, I can give and I can receive. Let's work on forgiveness today. Let's work on forgiveness. I know it's always work in progress. Always work in progress, because there's always something going on in our lives that's going to piss us off, make us mad and angry, or make us want to go in. Have your moment. I'm not saying not have your moment, because we are human. If you have to go in and have your moment, but when that moment is over, forgive and let go. And let's move on to the next thing. Life is too short not to. I thank you. I appreciate all of you. We're going to go on about our day, and we're going to have a super fantastic day on purpose. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I want to do that so bad. Listen, I want to say that so bad because that's my word. That's my second word right there. And I want to say that because that is so appropriate here. I wish we could do that. We're going to get together. I'm going to hit you up as soon as I get off this live. Y'all have a super fantastic day on purpose. I'll see you soon.